Just want to say Alex Hoff for new board member 2013.
Thank you.
Let's see here.
You haven't felt bringing it up?
No, I just have.
Okay. So the following is from my buddy Eric Halstead, who couldn't be here today. He is at work, but this is just a write-up that he made for me. To the board of directors, I'm a former Trimet writer from 1997 through December 2012. I use Trimet on a daily basis to and from work as well as other trips. I am no longer a Trimet writer. I am what you call a choice writer, having chosen Trimet over my car because of the cost of driving and parking. But after years of Trimet arrogance and disdain towards bus riders, the cost is nothing. It is nothing compared to the absolute frustration I have endured riding 20-year-old unreliable buses, buses whose roofs are leaky and drop water on my phone and book, buses that break down in the center of the road, and transit supervisors who spend more time lighting a cigarette than helping those riders stuck on the bus as other buses drive on by without helping. Buses without air conditioning despite 100-degree weather and feeling bad for the operators, hoping they don't endure heat stroke and an ambulance ride to the nearest emergency room. Bus stops that remain unimproved. Trimet cries poverty, yet at the same time, it's blank check after blank check for Max Light Rail, for the City of Portland streetcar system, and for the failed West Commuter Rail project. No amount of money is enough when it comes to those projects where you, the board of directors, seem to place a higher importance because it's another entry on your resume. It's seeing your name on a plaque to commemorate it. Of course, your name doesn't show up on a bus, so why care about it? But having witnessed my good friend, that would be me, being pulled off the vintage trolley simply because the operator didn't like the jacket he was wearing, the arrogance by your public relations staff, by the way, this road supervisor boarded the trolley from the center lane, creating a safety hazard for both him and the riders on the trolley. The arrogance by our public relations staff who refused to answer basic inquiries about bus service on Facebook and Twitter, or the arrogance of valid legitimate complaints to customer service emails address is clear. Trimet does not care about service. This board does not care about this service, and it doesn't seem like you, Mr. McFarland, care about the service. My friend Eric works in customer service. His job is working directly with customers to resolve issues. Every day, I know good customer service, I know bad customer service. I don't blame the dedicated operators who have put up with the same lack of attention and respect by this board and GM. The GM and the board does not care, therefore they have no incentive to care. There are many operators who do an excellent job despite unreliable buses, poor working conditions, and all-out public assault on them as employees and human beings. But I finally got fed up. No more. I'm a former Trimet rider now. I hope you're happy that I'm one less bus rider, one less statistic on the mode of public transport that you'd rather see go away. One less person to have to complain on a regular basis on buses not showing up or buses that pass me up because they're so full. One less complaint about a supervisor smoking a cigarette in the center of Barber Boulevard. One less complaint about the 94 buses being so old and not running the snow route properly. One less complaint about the 30-minute it takes to transfer between the 12 and the 94 in Tigard, which, of course, before September of last year was a 1-minute stop. Respectfully, Eric Halstead. And here's some more examples of Trimet's commitment to diversity. Trimet has spent the last several years cutting back on bus service, both trips, days of service, and the entire routes, specifically affecting low-income minority populations in our region. Trimet has refused to replace older buses with newer buses, relegating low-income and minority populations to unreliable buses prone to breakdowns, buses that put out more pollution and exhaust, and buses that are too small of capacity for ridership, thus increasing standing room only buses as well as pass-up stops. Trimet continues to maintain nearly 200 high-floor buses, making ridership difficult for those with disabilities. Trimet refuses to invest in its bus stops, with only 1 in 6 stops being improved significantly, more than just a single bus stop sign. More bus stops lack even schedule information and benches, and few stops in comparison have shelters, and even fewer stops have sidewalk and crosswalk access lighting. Nearly 0 stops have art or transit tracker signs. Meanwhile, Trimet has no problem with the $165 million capital project known as West Commuter Rail, a system that serves largely wealthy neighborhoods from Beaverton to Wilsonville, white-collar business parks that are primarily 8 to 5 job centers that cost $7 per boarding ride, despite costing $2.50 that Trimet charges, which is 7 times that of a bus rider, provides plush seating, free Wi-Fi, and fully improved stations with oversized shelters, benches, transit tracker signs, and even art installations and larger park and ride
I
lots.
have to ask you to wrap up.
Speaking on behalf of two
Yes.
people, man.
Yes. To add insult to injury, West does not allow cash riders to ride. The ticket vending machine only accepts cards, all for the low price of $10 million a year. Trimet continues to use regional transit funding to pay for the streetcar to the tune of $10 million. The streetcar serves wealthy, high-class condo developments and more white-collar jobs. The streetcar is duplicate to bus service on the entire route, but is operated solely for Trimet to cater along to a selected group of ridership who refuses to commingle with minority groups on the existing bus lines.